Ladies and gentlemen, I send in this video to know that the space angel of the gods coming by sun heat 2022 to bring in government of Canada on the criminal investigation. This information, ladies and gentlemen, I send you is coming by these people to know that
Ambassador to the United States appearing on CBS's Face the Nation Sunday. He was questioned by Margaret Brennan.
Has Xi Jinping, your president, told Vladimir Putin to stop the invasion? Do you condemn it?
Actually, on the second day of Russia's military operation, President Xi Jinping did talk to President Putin.
Was that their last
asking President Putin to think about resuming peace talks with Ukraine. And President Putin listened to it, and we have seen 4 rounds of peace talks have happened. Let me continue. China's trusted relations with Russia is not a liability. Actually, it's an asset in the international efforts to solve the crisis in a peaceful way. And China is part of the solution. It's not part of the problem.
Professor McCoy, can you respond to the significance of what the Chinese ambassador to the United States said?
Of course. He's again kind of affirming what President Xi said in that meeting last Friday with President Biden. In essence, that China is not going to rupture its relations with Russia. It's not going to apply pressure on Russia. It's not going to blame Russia. It's not going to call the Russian invasion of Ukraine an invasion. And it is going to affirm that Russia has legitimate security concerns in Ukraine that must be met, and that if China is going to do anything, it is going to apply its considerable international power and prestige to support Russia in establishing its security in Eastern Europe.
This information, gentlemen, coming to the many people to know that in United States is in the serious risk is coming by space. I can tell you sun heat coming to first country they choose to break down their system of government is Canada. This attack by sun heat coming, first country coming to the Canada. The space plan is completely shutting down government of Canada under 10,000 trillion damage to their country, because Canada caused not only Russia but Canada caused China. Canada caused Russia, China crime behind their country, and Canada went to the Ukraine. Canada went to the NATO, and behind the Russia and China, Canada did a serious sneaky road and costing basically damage. And NATO is stupid, very stupid chief. He listened to the Canada, which is the NATO is coming on the big terrible, ladies and gentlemen. Risk is at least few hundred million, if not removing themselves from Russia, at least few hundred million space attacking NATO to completely bring Sodom and Gomorrah to the NATO building, all be ashes, I can tell you right now, because sun heating to the NATO, sun heat, nuclear explosion. But most important part I want to send to all of you to know that sun is be unleashed in 2022, which is coming by major disaster fire in the world, in the Canada. And these two people got choose to stand together, and United States be on the biggest attack ever would see for crime against the Russia and behind the China, to not Russia and China come one country together to help, not to do crime. Russia was a country supporting Trump. Russia was a Mr. Putin supporting Christian. So behind the Trump, he raising gods. So do you believe space God side space God side allow to Russia facing the basically attack from NATO? I can tell you today what is going to happen. This angel by heat of the sun coming to the Canada here. This is Canada. They turning their country opposite up down on the national emergency evacuation emergency. You can see that when sun coming closer, sun raising heat, but major heat. Each ground of that country be under fire. So we are speaking about 2022. Space God side is the bringing Canada on the biggest evacuation ever was seen in the history of world, to teach this country never they go back again from the costing other country crime like Russia. Russia is the chosen from God, and Russia help China, and China help Russia, not by war, by peace. Long time. So we are speaking about major attack coming by space, ladies and gentlemen, to bring in Canada government on the emergency evacuation, national emergency evacuation. But most important part, you must believe sun be unleashed in 2022. If solar storm happened in 1859 and causing major trouble, you must believe multiply that what is coming by a space god side, the one bring justice, and the justice first hitting the Joe Biden in the United States, because Joe Biden lost his mind what he doing against the Russia. Who give permission to these people going against the Russia when Russia was a acting Christian country to the Trump? Russia raised the Trump, and Russia forced the system in Canada, system in the United States to raise the Trump. Russia did his job for USA, but USA turned back by Joe Biden, by the culture. I understand, ladies and gentlemen, black culture in United States caused 50% all this crime behind the Joe Biden and behind the Russia. So everything coming on the news, whatever hiding has been coming on the news, ladies and gentlemen, by sun heat coming, by angel of the God bringing Sodom and Gomorrah by fire from the sky hitting, because the sun coming close, and a ground is going to raise the fire. Doesn't matter that ground has terrace or not terrace, explosion will happening. So my duty to send in all of you, ladies and gentlemen, this lady is standing behind the Russia, and this lady traveling by angel of the God by sun. She want bring Sodom and Gomorrah to the country went against the Russia, and United States was the first country. Canada was the first country casting a sneaky route behind the Russia, casting terrible. And you can see that 30,000 or 20,000 people die in the Russia or Ukrainian. All this has been added to bring government of Canada on the breaking world news on the national emergency evacuation. And you must believe this attack coming by this lady, by son, they are not going to let Canada walk away before they bring the capital city this. This is the Canada capital city. Completely they crashed on everything and been ashes all over in Canada. So this Sodom and Gomorrah is went one times by this angel, ladies and gentlemen, by this angel. They attack Sodom and Gomorrah. This Sodom and Gomorrah coming again by this angel to RAISEN. these two men, Russia and United States. Because Russia is not violent country for war. China is not violent country for war. China don't want to go to war. Russia don't want to go war. But United States casting that behind the subject by multicultural in United States and hand of Canada behind they went to the NATO and casting war. So you must believe, ladies and gentlemen, what is coming very soon in 2022 causing major disaster in country went against the Russia, because I understand the Russia government and China government been marked by a space gas site for bringing wood on the roads on the for gas site, but United States turned back. United States turned back and they follow the Joe Biden way, because Joe Biden is under control of the black culture, ladies and gentlemen. Joe Biden has no power. All his power is the black culture Obama team running the Joe Biden in United States, which is, I understand, ladies and gentlemen, if you believe in NASA warn for asteroid hits in the earth, you must believe biggest comets. I am not talking about one. I'm talking about hundred comet is on the way to United States. They want to bring United States, Sudan and Gomorrah to teach this country, United States, they never go against the country like Russia when Russia did nothing wrong. Russia did nothing wrong to the United States. So we are talking about, ladies and gentlemen, many people be die in United States. And God want this information go to the many country to know that USA is under serious attack to their internet, their electricity, all the technology they have in United States be under attack, and already happening 40 satellite being destroyed. But all this lady coming, first country she want to sun hit is Canada, ladies and gentlemen, because God cannot go against this lady. When this lady is speaking to God, she wants justice to the Canada. Nobody can stop this lady, I can tell you that. No Jesus can stop this lady. No God can stop this lady. When she is standing in the space and telling, I want bring justice to Canada. What is the justice to Canada? Breaking down their government system, completely crash down their business system by blackout. Finally, blackout will happen, but this blackout they cannot fix it again. I can tell you this, because sun fire hit in the sun heat, sun major coming to the Canada, which is happening in 2021, but multiply that 700 times worse heat coming to Canada. So this can cause in major breaking news to the many country to know that Canada been marked for basically breaking down their government system, because this man Justin Tutten is coming on the criminal investigation for serious crime behind the Russia, behind the China, behind the Iran, my country, behind the many country. We are talking about global global fire, national global fire happening in 2022, because sun coming unleash. I can prove it to you here. Sun coming unleash by this lady I show you. Major heat of the sun cracked down the ground, that country. Misfire, explosion happening to that country by, as I show you that, by this lady here. I did show you by this lady here, because she have a power over sun. And who is this behind the sun? Angel. She have power over angel. If she command to sun attack, angel will force the sun to attack. Major disaster by sun, nuclear explosion happening. Before all this right now happening, I understand the United States, ladies and gentlemen, in big trouble, and many Christian will leave the United States, and basically I understand Canada be shut down. This lady will shut down the government of Canada and their country on the bankruptcy government, because we are not talking about one fire coming like 2016 Fort McMurray, they go and turn the fire off after 50 days. It is not going to happen in like that, ladies and gentlemen. This fire coming out of control, because we are talking about heat of the sun hitting the ground of Canada. All over in Canada be all the fire. So this information must go to many people to know that by this angel coming, Saint Michael army, they coming to the by sun heat coming, and this army is unleashed. I can tell you that this army crushed down whole thing, the system of the NATO. If NATO not stepping down, NATO is completely removed from the earth. I can tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen. They shut down the NATO, but the risk is more than few hundred million be killed because sun nuclear explosion happening by fire of sun. So this information must come to the